Legal back and forth. The case focuses on the Senate Bill 2, a state law that sets various restrictions on weapon ownership, especially the prohibition of firearms in a long public place list since prohibition has been introduced. It has been too far back and forth about whether law, which entered into force on January 1, could be applied. Carney prevented implementation of law on the 20th of December. Judge Carney said that ban would deprive citizens of right to carry weapons in contradiction with Constitution. Only last weekend, on December 30, a panel of judges in U.S. Ninth Circuit Court cleared the way of entering law by taking a precautionary measure. The background of the law: California Democrat government Gavin Newsom signed Senate Bill 2 into the law shortly after being introduced in September. In accordance with the law, weapons are prohibited in public places divided into 26 categories with various places including playgrounds, public transport, stadiums, amusement parks and museums. In addition, the law prevents people from carrying firearms on the grounds of private enterprises unless there is an open sign that is allowed for weapons. It also determines the minimum age for a 21-year-old weapon license and adds more requirements to obtain a new license for weapon safety training. Mr. Newsom greeted decision previous court appeal, which allowed Senate Bill 2 come into force, saying that the regional court would allow our discrete weapons to remain in place while objected. Dangerous decision. Court Regional Court. The draft was part of U.S. Supreme Court after the decision to hit a law in New York. Association of State and Pistol Association Brune. With this decision, it largely shifted its standard for restrictions on firearms. A few states have tried to restrict the transportation of firearms since then. For example, New York issued a law to prevent people from carrying arms in delicate places such as Times Square, Sports Square and worship houses and public transport. With debates in April, the lawsuit against California's ban on Constitution will continue. The defenders of the law argues that this is constitutional and that he would keep California safe. However, critics say that the ban is very wide and that he resorted to a lot of places in state. For decades, people with public transport licenses were able to carry all these places. CD California Rifle Pistol Association General Advisor Michelle said after the decision of the Court of Appeal in December,